Good afternoon. Thank you for coming and following Bowling Green football. I'd like to start out super happy with our last win. It was ugly. It was a battle just like we anticipated. We thought we would go up and have terrible weather conditions, which we did. I thought we packed our defense. Offensively, I thought we did enough, particularly in the second half, to win the game. I thought our special teams was good. And anytime that you find a way to win on the road in this conference, that's a huge win for us. We've got a huge challenge ahead of us this week. I think Coach Lance Taylor at Western has done an unbelievable job in 1 year of flipping the roster. Offensively, they maybe have the most dangerous back in the conference. He's excellent, number 3 from Oklahoma State. The other two backs are excellent as well. I think their offensive line might be the best in the league. Quarterback is playing well. They've got plenty of skill. On defense, good scheme, excellent scheme. They didn't tackle as well as they have been. They did not tackle as well against Northern Illinois as what they've shown on tape, but they're very willing, very able. They play hard. The front plays well. The coverage is coordinated, very well coached on both sides of the ball. And on special teams, we're going to have to be excellent. You know, we've got to find a way to gain an advantage in special teams because I think both special teams are very well coached also. So, huge challenge ahead of us. We need to fill the Doit. This is a huge game for us, and you can't ask for anything for the second to last home game, having the number 1 team in the conference come in and play us. So it's going to be a great game, and we need all the students, we need the community, we need all the faculty, anyone associated that's a fan at BG. We need you in the stands. I think this is going to be a excellent football game on Tuesday night.
Questions? Coach, these last 3 games, you guys haven't trailed at any point in the game. Have you noticed your players just being more comfortable, in the game, especially later on in the fourth quarter when you guys are, trying to hold on and expand on the lead?
That's a complicated question, actually. I don't know that. The games go in such different directions. We've just been fortunate to be ahead. But again, the crazy things that happened in November, particularly in Maction, heck, we could go out and be up 14 or down 14 in a blink. And it doesn't matter. There's a process that our kids go through. We talk about having 100% concentration on just that play. We don't worry about the scoreboard. We concentrate our job each play really hard on each play, try to do our job to the best of our ability on each play, and embrace the process. And if you embrace the process the right way, you play more free. You don't get tight about the score or the circumstances. So I like how our kids have been handling, our process, and they've been doing that for 4 years. And we've been training our kids when we were terrible around here. When you're down 38-0, you don't worry about the scoreboard. You concentrate on, your job on that play. And when we've gotten better, and you get ahead, you still can't look at the scoreboard because, someone can come from behind, and if you're not locked in and focused on doing your job each and every play, you can find yourself in a world of trouble in this league. So I think our kids are just embracing the process. They're older, they understand it. And obviously, we would love to continue to stay ahead of the scoreboard throughout the game, but that's probably unrealistic, in the span and who we're playing these next 3 weeks.
Obviously, a huge factor these last few games is no turnovers for 3 straight games. I think a first in your tenure here, first in a long time for the program. I mean, how critical has it been just not losing the ball, and especially like the other night when it's pouring down rain in the second half?
Yeah, I have to give credit to Brian White. We call him he's in charge of the football. He's in charge of ball security. And he does a great job on both sides of the ball in terms of teaching how to get the ball back, and in terms of teaching how to carry the ball. We do a bunch of drills. It's just not coach talk, we're going to protect the ball. We actually work at it. And we still do 2 or 3 periods a week on protecting the ball and how we carry it. Whenever you're getting ready to fall to the ground, how we roll our shoulder. Whenever we're getting pursued from the back end, how we keep it high and tight. There's a lot of drills that we do, and the credit goes to, first off, Brian White for his attention to detail in that area, and second to the coaches for coaching it and making it. It's our program. We talk about the ball as the program, and then third, obviously, the most important people, the players. They've bought into it's all about the ball. The ball is the issue, and we got to continue that. Obviously it starts with Connor. It starts with quarterback-center exchange. And I think Connor's been excellent with decision-making. He's been excellent about protecting the ball. He's got to continue to do that. But just not him. It's the entire team, from the left tackle, making sure that he doesn't have a missed assignment so we don't get a blindside block. Everyone's in charge of ball security around here.
Speaking of Connor, he went over 2,000 passing yards this season at Central. That's the 4th time in his career that he's done that. Like, the way he's been managing the game and everything, is that what you envisioned when you got him, and everything from Indiana and you came here? Just the way that he's been controlling the game and everything? He's
improved immensely. I thought, and I've said it a bunch, I thought his first 5 games last year were still learning, made some poor decisions with the football, and not all of them were his fault. I'm not putting all that blame on him, of course not, but I can say this, and I'm not afraid to say this, he's the best quarterback in this league. It's not even, there's a lot of good players, a lot of really good players, but he is the best quarterback in this league. What we ask him to do with protection, what we ask him to do about protecting the ball, he's underneath center. He's in the shotgun. We do movement pass. He's just not throwing RPOs. He's playing like it's pro football, and he needs to continue to play that way. I think his leadership skills have immensely changed. He's the best quarterback in this league.
You guys have played extremely well on the road this season. Last season as well. In really big home games, there's been some tough losses, obviously, like Ohio and Toledo last year, Northern Illinois, Old Dominion this year. I guess, what will it take to be able to get that really significant and clutch home win, especially Tuesday night against a good Western team?
I don't. Obviously we love playing in front of our fans, but it's nice being at home. Love being at home. We feel comfortable here. That's where we practice. But at the end of the day, as soon as that foot hits the ball, it doesn't matter if we're playing out in the back parking lot. It doesn't matter if we're playing in crummy weather. It doesn't matter if they ask us to play on Thursday at noon. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Obviously we like having a great fan base because we feed off of the fans and all of that, and we love playing in front of our great community. But at the end of the day, football is football, and it doesn't matter, where you're at. You gotta lock in, you gotta focus, and you gotta find a way to do your job and win. So, we've had some tough losses on the road. We've had some tough losses at home. We're in the MAC, for crying out loud. There's a lot of things that are going on that are tough in this league. But we're excited about being at home, and we're excited that we're playing a really good Western Michigan team. It's going to be a battle. Our team's got to be completely focused. We got to be locked in. We got to play with relentless effort. We got to protect the ball, get the ball back, find a way to stop these backs in this run game. Keep our eyes disciplined because they have some great play-action passes and they know how to throw the ball. And, on offense, we got to find a way to score and possess the ball. We got to keep it away from this Western Michigan offense. I think they're excellent.
Connor, these last 3 games, you guys have won each of them. You guys haven't trailed at any point in those games. Have you noticed any sort of just comfort level, just is this team more comfortable, like especially in late game situations when you do have the lead, you're trying to protect it? Have you noticed anything maybe compared to the first half of the year?
Yeah, I think so. I think any team would say that. They're obviously more comfortable with the lead, but I think we know that we can protect the ball really well. Ball security in the run game, in the throw game. So when we have the lead, I feel like the only way to lose that is to turn the ball over. But I feel like we can get first downs at the end of games, as we've shown, to close teams out. And if we are trailing, I feel good about that too. Throwing the ball down the field, trying to whatever to get back in the game.
And then speaking of the turnovers, I mean, no turnovers for the team the last 3 games as well. That's the first time in close to a decade that BG has had a 3-game span with no turnovers. I mean, it's such a critical part of the game. Just how important has it been for you guys to not be turning the ball over?
Yeah, it's been really important. I don't think it's been like a super emphasis that we're like trying to be super careful about not turning the ball over. We're just going out there and playing football, relying on our preparation and our practice, and knowing that we have good players and good players perform out in the field and take care of the football.
I want to ask about the 4th and 4 play in the third quarter, the 20-yard completion to Malcolm Johnson. Levi scores 2 plays later, but I think that was when the wind was really picking up and you guys are straight into the wind. How tough was that throw, and then to be able to execute that, because that was obviously such a game changer right there?
Yeah, that was definitely a huge play. The rain and the wind had just started to pick up, and I didn't have my gloves on yet. So the ball was getting slippery, but it was 4th down, so you got to make a play. Found a way to make a guy miss in the backfield, and just saw Malcolm and made a play, and then I feel like when you make those huge plays, Coach Leffler has said like football, the football gods reward you, and obviously Levi getting another touchdown and second in 2 weeks is awesome.
You went over 2,000 passing yards again in the game the other night, 4th time in your career. I guess, I mean, to be able to accomplish that, not many FBS quarterbacks have done that. What does that mean to you? And just the way you manage games as well, was that like a big emphasis when you came here? Like Coach Leffler just wants you to really manage games like you've been doing now? Yeah,
it's awesome. Like you said, 4th time in my career, it's great. I think in 20 years I'll look back and it'll be really cool to look at and to have that on my record in my name. So in terms of managing games, yeah, I just try to do my job out there. Coach Leffler always tells me just go 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, throw it to the first open guy. Bad stuff happens, forget it, move on. And I right now I just feel super comfortable out there, super comfortable playing football, having fun. Love the guys I'm playing with. I think that's super important. I've built great relationships with the offensive linemen, running backs, receivers, Harold, Levi. I mean, the whole offense. We're super tight, and we love playing for each other out there.
You guys have obviously shown a really strong ability to perform well on the road, big wins, close games on the road. At home, you guys are playing well, but sometimes those results aren't there. Tough losses like Northern Illinois, Old Dominion, and then even looking at Toledo and Ohio last year. I guess what needs to happen to get that signature home win against a really high caliber opponent like you're facing Tuesday with Western? Yeah,
it'll be a great challenge. I think we'll be ready. I think we do well in action games. I think we lost to Toledo. We won. When did we play last year at home too? Ball State. We beat Ball State at home, action. But we love playing at home. I mean, we have great fans. I'm sure they'll be out on Tuesday night supporting us. I think we just take it game by game, no matter if we're on the road or at home. Just trying to go 1-0, beat whoever we're playing, execute the game plan, take care of the football, and I think we'll be ready.
And then just the run game seems to really be getting back on track, especially the second half. Terrion and Jason just really dominated, really performed well late in the game. Just how critical is that? The running game kind of getting back to the swing of things. I mean, obviously Terrion was hurt for a couple games, but that part of the offense is really starting to excel as well.
Yeah, it's huge. It helps me out a ton in terms of play action in the play action game, in the pass game, and to have a 1-2, even 3-punch. Jamal Johnson is out there catching the ball, running the ball, but to have JP and Terrion give the defense a different look. Every other play, whatever it is, it's huge. They have similar but different running styles, and they're hard to bring down. JP is unbelievable in pass protection, can catch the ball. I've said it before that he's awesome.
Being more comfortable in these game situations, especially like later on in the game when you're trying to hold on to that lead.
Yeah, I feel like we come into games with more confidence now. Like our practice has been like a lot of like intensity, and that's been helping us prep for these games. And we haven't been down much because like we just riding behind each other. I don't know, I forget how it feels to feel down right now, but like we've been down a couple times early in the season, so we're used to it. We know how to bounce back from adversity, so we're used to that kind of stuff.
What's the team's confidence level like right now, and has it wavered at all through the year? Because obviously early in the year you guys are playing really well, but now you're playing well and you're getting the wins on top of it.
We have extreme confidence going into this game, especially like some of the older guys. Like we've never really been in a position where like we're competing for first in the MAC, and so now like we see like everything's on the line for us right now. Like it's all right there in front of us, like right where we want it. So it's like going into these games, we have extreme confidence because we have everything to lose and everything to play for. So.
Obviously being in this position, one of 4 teams right now at 4-1 in the MAC, how do you think the team's going to respond to, this late in the season? You guys are in a really good position right now.
I think everyone's ready for it. There's a lot of chatter going on in the locker room. Like everyone's excited. Like they wish we can get to this game right now, but we still got to prep and get ready for it. So it'll be fun.
The offense, just the turnovers, the offense hasn't turned the ball over at all in 3 games. The defense has been starting to force turnovers, really big turnovers. Just how much of a obviously it's such a huge part of the game, how much of a collective effort is it, winning that battle these last few weeks?
Yeah, I think Connor's been doing a great job with carrying the ball and being smart, making smart decisions with the ball. Also our backs, Terrion, JP, they're carrying it high and tight. Our receivers doing a great job as well. And then now we're starting to emphasize on defense, getting the ball back, and it's starting to come now. They say once you get one, you start to get a lot. So we got a few games ago, so now we're starting to get more, and they're starting to rally up, and it'll be fun, man.
Obviously, you had the fumble recovery on the first play of the third quarter. That was such a huge play because you guys capitalized with the touchdown. Obviously, it was kind of hard to tell if the quarterback's arm was still going forward, but you obviously still went for it. Just kind of take us through that play a little bit, because obviously it paid off.
It was a heads-up play. Like I thought it was an incompletion too, but I didn't hear a whistle, so I was always taught if you don't hear a whistle, just keep playing. I seen the ball. I wanted to scoop and score it, but they told me get down, so it was raining, so I just got out on it.
How were you guys able to battle those elements of the wind and the rain, especially in the third quarter? Because, it is coming down like crazy.
Yeah,
and you guys played almost better in those conditions.
Yeah, I think it was I'll say it was harder for offense. Defense was kind of much funner. Get to just fly around and run around. You fall on the ground, it kind of feels good. It's like in a puddle of rain or something. So it was kind of funner on defense. Offense had to be a little bit more careful with the ball and protecting it, and they did a great job with that. So it was a really fun game. I actually wouldn't mind the rain again.
Just kind of looking at these last couple years, you guys have played so well on the road and in really good environments, tough environments, a lot of big wins. You've definitely gotten some good wins at home, but, some of those big-time matchups like, Toledo and Ohio last year, Northern Illinois, Old Dominion this year, kind of just tough losses. I guess what's it going to take just to be able to get that signature home win against, really quality opponent like Western?
I just think it comes down to like our mindset and how we prep. Like I don't think it really matters where we play at, because at the end of the day, when the ball hits the tee and it's time for kickoff, and you're not thinking about where you're at and where you're playing at. We could be playing on the grass field. I think we'll still come out with the same energy, especially this game right here.
Yeah, is the energy level, pregame, is everything still the same, whether you're home or away or in
Yeah, I feel like we carry a speaker with us, so we keep the music going. So, but home, a little bit more at home, just because the fans, they give us that extra boost. When you're getting booed from the other fans, it's not as much as fun as when you're home getting cheered on by your own fans. So.
Obviously, Western has a really great offense, extremely great running backs. You guys have really taken some strides these last handful of games, limiting the run game. How critical is that going to be going up against some talented backs at Western?
Yeah, they have really good backs, but we have a really good defense and a really good D-line as well. So it'll be a good matchup to see their guys run and see our guys try to stop the run. I feel like it'll be fun, man.